I chose Montessori for Maddie. I think I just heard such great things about it, and one thing I liked about it was that she could really take an active role in her own education, kind of following her interests and her strengths while also working on the things that might be a little tougher for her. We visited most of the other schools in the area, and there was just something about Bellevue Montessori that felt right to me. We really enjoyed the time we spent with the teachers, and the facility was wonderful. It's got a beautiful setting, but also just the way that it felt like the right school for us, and the fit felt right for us.
Well, my favorite part was that we got to choose what work we could do. So if my friend was working on grammar boxes, I could work on math. And then every once in a while, I liked that we had group lessons, so we'd all be working on one thing, so we'd all know something for the next lesson. But I also liked that that all the kids were really nice to me. Oh, I really liked the field trips. So every once in a while when we went on a field trip, sometimes we went to the salmon hatchery, which was really fun, and we saw these little fish sometimes, or else we went to see a show. We saw James and the Giant Peach, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And this one time we went to the beach, and it was really fun, and we saw a lot of these different really cool animals. I saw a bunch of starfish and barnacles. I like my teachers because they really help me out, and sometimes for instance, I didn't understand this word problem when I was in first grade, and they really helped me out. Yeah, and they also helped me understand a bunch of things. My Spanish teacher, she made sure that everyone was on the same track and knew that we all knew the same stuff. And that one person, that everyone was paying attention, and they all made it really fun.
I guess what I liked most about Bellevue Montessori, there were so many things, but the teachers specifically, just the care and just real passion they have for teaching, as well as for the individual kids. Every day, Maddie was excited to come to school and excited to learn new things. She would come home and tell us about new things she was learning that day. And I liked how it wasn't just about one topic, but it was about the whole world. It was about things going on in the world. It was about nature and kind of the big picture of how all the subjects work together. I thought that was really important, the way she connected ideas. And I guess just the school itself, it almost feels more like a family than it does like a typical school. And so when I first got to the school, it was very welcoming, and it just felt like the exact right place for her to be. And she was very young when she first started, and so at that point, it was very important to me that she was somewhere that was nurturing and that brought out the best in her. And just from the very beginning, she was very excited to come to school each day and make new friends, and immediately really created some great bonds with a lot of the other students. So when we first started Maddie at Bellevue Montessori, she was in the pre-K, and we really had just intended to maybe do Montessori for pre-K, maybe kindergarten. And as she moved through each grade into lower elementary, it was just that we had no reason to pull her out. We actually just fell in love with the school so much that we decided to keep her here because she was learning so much. She was really thriving, and the bonds she had made with both the teachers, the staff, and the other students were really important. And she was really excelling at math and science and really all her subjects. And so we just decided to keep her here kind of all the way through fourth grade. And for us, that was the right time to move on and do something different.
Well, I think like academic-wise, like it was pretty easy to and friendship-wise, but like it was pretty easy to transition like with the learning subjects, because like some parts it was completely new, and also it was completely new to me and a lot of other kids, but some stuff I already knew. But also I had to get used to taking tests.
How was that?
It was pretty fine. It was kind of like, we had this, like, every once in a while we did like a test your knowledge here at Bellevue Montessori, but it was kind of like that, except you'd get a grade afterwards at my new school.
Did you do good?
Yeah, I did pretty good. Like, every once in a while I like get up like 2 or 3 wrong, but mainly I got pretty good scores.
The transition for Maddie to her new school was very smooth. We were a little bit nervous because it was moving from such a kind of smaller school to a much larger school, and then we weren't sure how she would do with testing and things like that. But it was actually very smooth. She adapted really quickly to the new learning format.
Okay.
Yeah, we were kind of afraid she would really miss the old school, which she did, but it was more like missing an old friend. And so when she transitioned to her new school, she was very, very quickly adapted academically. Socially, she adapted really well, making new friends and meeting the new teachers, and then learning to organize her work and manage homework, I think was no bigger challenge than for any other child kind of adapting to having more responsibility. So it's been a really good year, and the transition was really good.